Hi, I'm Louise Devaney.
And I'm Burke Bischoff.
And you're watching PAC News on February 4th, 2015.
Mid-City residents are opposed to a proposed apartment building that was recently bought by a doctor.
An old gym, formerly owned by Sacred Heart High School, has been proposed to be converted into 24 high-end apartments. The old gym is located on South Rendon in the heart of a mid-city neighborhood and has residents opposed to the plans. The old gym is located directly across the street from Morris Jeff Community School, which already has limited parking and has begun to construct a parking lot for staff members. Miles Troplin, resident who lives directly behind the building, spoke about his concerns at the Mid-City Neighborhood Organization meeting last month, saying, "There are safety issues, there are parking issues, there are noise issues, there are light issues, there are privacy issues, and we are obviously opposed to it." Neighbors believe the proposed plans will not be beneficial and will add more congestion to the area. For PAC,
If the plans are approved, construction will take about 9 months.
Cabrini High School aims to put an end to bullying and hatred in their community. Melanie Potter has a story.
If you've ever been bullied, or if you've ever witnessed someone else being bullied throughout your life, would you please stand?
The Anti-Defamation League and Louisiana Coalition for Abolishing the Death Penalty partnered with Cabrini High School for their No Place for Hate assembly on January 29th.
We could see today by the number of girls who stood up when I asked how many had been bullied. It actually surprises me. It affects everyone. You don't always know about it.
Lindsay Friedman, who's in charge of education programming for the Anti-Defamation League, spoke about the league's mission.
So No Place for Hate is a K-12 initiative meant to encourage schools to have healthy dialogue about diversity, to prevent bullying or to stop bullying in its tracks. Bullying is typically a lack of understanding of somebody's perceived differences, and if you can begin to break down those barriers and understand those differences, then you can sort of see beyond and you create a more holistic school community.
Sydney Harmon was able to relate these touchy issues to a teen's point of view.
Our organization has a coalition of members who oppose the death penalty, some who oppose the death penalty for moral reasons, and others who oppose the death penalty because they are concerned about how the state is spending our money. And so it's my job to go into communities and find out their perspective on the death penalty and talk to them about what the death penalty looks like in our state.
Alacia Jones, a student at the International High School in New Orleans, illustrated the message of love and acceptance at Cabrini and beyond.
And I hear you, and when I tell you you are loved, please hear me.
Cabrini High School, along with many other schools throughout New Orleans, aim to educate their students on social justice issues that affect their community, advocating that there really is no place for hate. It's carnival time, and a local group of students got to experience firsthand a unique part of Mardi Gras. Mary Stays brings us a story.
Students and their parents participated in Renew Cultural Arts Academy's Mardi Gras Cultural Night on January 29th. The school, which teaches kindergarten through 8th grade, had different stations for children to get involved with activities. They got to make floats from paper mache, and a local author came to read his book about a unique part of Mardi Gras culture, Indians. The author says although he's been here all of his life, he didn't know much about Mardi Gras Indians.
I came onto it relatively late, but as soon as I discovered it, I was very inspired by it, for sure.
Not only did the kids get to hear about the Indians, but members of the Flaming Arrow came to the school to teach and perform Mardi Gras Indian chants. The Indians say it's important to give back to the community that helps them every year.
Like they said, take a village to raise a kid, so it take a village to make one of these costumes. So everybody plays a part in it.
Throughout the year, highlighting different aspects of movement.
This is one of our pushes through making sure that the arts are a part of our school and really living up to our name as Renew Cultural Arts Academy.
There was even a family ball after the workshops with entertainment provided by the school students. Many parents and grandparents echoed the feeling of that something special that makes New Orleans unique.
He growing up in this culture, in this world, whereas though he needs to know his culture from the Indians, the second lines.
If you missed the Mardi Gras Cultural Night at Renew Cultural Arts Academy Uptown, they're having their own parade on February 14th after lunch.
An elementary school in Gretna had its fifth graders put on their very own international marketplace for the rest of the school. Arden Cahill Academy had its students go around the world in under 30 minutes by allowing the kids to run their own international bazaar on January 30th. With 19 different countries at the bazaar, the children had the opportunity to represent each culture's unique food, architecture, and of course, culture.
Our student body and parents are invited to eat food from the different countries, buy trinkets from the different countries, and just celebrate all the countries that we have on display today.
All of the fifth grade students were allowed to do research on whatever country they wanted to choose, such as Japan, Palestine, Greece, and Norway.
My sister had a frozen party over the summer, and we had lots of leftover frozen stuff, and so we decided to do Norway because frozen was tasty.
Some of the parents who helped their children with their presentations believe it was important for them to learn not only about their own culture, but many others as well.
I think it's a great experience for her to learn her culture and to learn as well as all the other different countries and their cultures.
Most of the children felt the bazaar helped them to develop their researching skills and were happy to present all that they learned to their peers.
We learned how they speak, everything, their culture, how they do their food. It's just been a blast time. I liked doing this with them.
For PAC News, I'm Burke Bischoff. The International Bazaar has been a tradition at Arden Cahill Academy for over 20 years.
A new twist on learning is found on St. Charles Avenue. Find out what ingredients they are mixing in this new experiment.
And we'll tell you which city wouldn't let snow stop their sports celebration after this.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play or even what you wear. You just need to be there. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
You guys going to my party on Friday?
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be crazy.
All right.
What's up, dude? I'm loving your jacket.
Don't be such a fag.
If you don't mean it, why say it? Words hurt. Think before you speak.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Good afternoon, Loyola. I'm Raquel Dergans Baker. Today is going to be a bit chilly and rainy. The North Shore will be 39 degrees and the South Shore will be 46. The overall high today will be 56. Today, there is a 60% chance of rain, so before heading out, you might want to grab an umbrella. The rest of the week, we see clearing skies and mild temperatures. On Saturday, the overall high will be 68, and on Sunday will be 71. Monday will also be a bit warmer with a temperature of 70 degrees to start off the week. Now we go to Nia with sports.
Thanks, Rocky. Good afternoon, Loyola. This is Nia Porter with your sports update. Loyola's men's and women's basketball teams defeated Mobile University on Saturday, January 31st. The women dominated with a score of 74-60, while the men pulled off a 59-58 win against their SSAC opponents. Sophomore guard Jalen Gray brought the heat that night in the second half of the game with a steal and a one-arm dunk. Both teams will travel to Jackson, Mississippi this Saturday to take on Belhaven University. New England Patriots fans didn't let 32 inches of snow ruin their Super Bowl win. The city of Boston held their celebratory parade this morning after postponing it a day due to weather conditions. Following their victory over the Seattle Seahawks, the Patriots flew to Massachusetts Monday in the midst of a snowstorm. The city of Boston plowed away some of the snow to make room for parade festivities. That's all for your sports update. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Nia. It's great having a Loyola basketball team that's doing so well.
I know,
the women's
right?
team is amazing this year.
Absolutely. Let's just hope the best of luck for them in the future, huh?
Yeah. Who's mixing children in chemistry? We will tell you after this.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Kicked off its new program last Saturday. Kids learned an interesting way to mix math, chemistry, and fun.
I'm here at the Saturday Enrichment Program at the Learning Laboratory on St. Charles Avenue. Here, kids ages 10 to 15 have a hands-on learning experience to make homemade detergent soap. At the kickoff of this semester's program, kids experimented with cleaning ingredients that aren't detrimental to their health.
Today we learned how to make our own homemade cleaning products, and they actually are better for you.
Besides making their own detergent soap, students applied math skills to calculate the unit price difference between store-bought and homemade detergent.
Can someone tell me how we find the unit price for that?
The Learning Laboratory is focused on providing learning experiences to students, and these experiences might look different from what they experience in their traditional schooling.
Applying math, chemistry, and science, students at the lab get to learn while having lots of fun.
We try to emphasize to them that this is not school. Our motto is where school ends and learning begins.
And the knowledge sure stuck with them. By the end of the day, the kids had some interesting insights on labeling issues.
They tell you the good ingredients, but they keep the bad ingredients a secret.
The Learning Lab offers a whole new twist on regular education, and the kids love it.
This is not just us playing around and having fun, but it's almost like a little sugar with the medicine, where the kids don't even realize that they're learning because they're just having so much fun.
For PAC News, I'm Daniela Garcia-Schultz.
Cleaners are toxic.
The next Saturday enrichment program will be held February 28th at 7100 St. Charles Avenue.
I'd love to learn how to make my own detergent.
Oh, absolutely. It just comes in handy, doesn't it?
And it's so expensive at this store. I don't want to buy it.
I know, huh? We have to get some of those kids and make some for us, huh?
I would like that.
A class of 22 middle school students at Belchase Academy performed an original Delfeo Marcellus musical. The musical is about 5 bullies who dare their classmates to stay one night in a haunted house. Besides learning a lesson about bullying, the children found something else in the house, the Shadow Man. With help from instructors from Uptown Music Theater, the students put on a jazzy performance of Revenge of the Shadow Man. Revenge of the Shadow Man was performed on January 30th and the 31st. Well, that's all for PAC News today.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check us out on Twitter at @pack_news.